A very warm morning as it's raining outside. I don't know whether it's raining at your place, but it's raining at my place. So a very warm and cozy good morning to all. So myself, Hina Shirsat. I'm from Vikhroli Parkside Public School. And today we are going to study science. All right. So here I'm sharing my PPT with you all. Just a second. Okay, are you able to see this, students?
Yes.
Okay. So here, standard 6, subject science, chapter number 6, substances in daily use. Myself, Hina Vivek Shirsat. So, after studying this lesson, what we are going to learn? So, here are the learning objectives. We are going to learn substances and objects, then classification of substances, that is natural substances and man-made substances, and then production of substances, how the different substances are produced, what the process is followed, that is vulcanization of rubber, manufacturing process of paper, synthetic fibers or threads, that is rayon, nylon, dacron, terylene and terene. And the last but not the least, advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. So let's get started. Now students, here some pictures are given. In right hand side corner. So can you recall which pictures are they? In these pictures, please name them. Can you name the pictures?
Teacher, in the picture there is cupboard, chair and tea and the table.
Yes, very good, very good. What's your name, dear?
Ritu, teacher, Ritu Vishwakarma.
Ritu. Oh, Ritu, fine, very good. Now, in this picture, we are having chair, table and cupboard. Now, my next question is, how you identify them? How you come to know that this is table, chair and cupboard?
Teacher, may I read?
Okay. Yes.
How do you identify them? Answer by seeing their shapes and specific agreements in them.
Okay. Okay, now here you are supposed to give the answers by your own. These are for guidelines, but okay, will it do? Now see, with these proper shapes and arrangements, we come to know that this is chair, this is table, and this is cupboard. Now, what material are they made up of? Means this chair is made up of what material? Only give the answer. Chair is made up of dash material. What material is used to make this chair?
Miss Plastic.
Yes.
Plastic also wood.
Then table. Table is made up of what material?
Wood. Teacher.
Plastic,
Wood.
steel.
And okay, cupboard is made up of what material?
कबर्ड किस चीज का बना है?
Wood.
चीज.
Cupboard, cupboard.
Ma'am, ma'am, steel.
Iron cupboard. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, iron cupboard. Patra.
Yes, iron cupboard. So
Iron
these
cupboard.
okay. So these things, that is table is made up of wood, chair is made up of plastic, and cupboard is made up of iron. So this is material: wood, plastic, and cupboard. And the objects made from it, that is the things made from it, are cupboard, chair, and now see, this is substances and objects. Now I am going to explain you the meaning of substance and the meaning of object. Now substance means the material. Basically the substance means the material. As in this first slide we have seen, that is the material used for chair is plastic. So plastic is a substance. Getting, students, getting the meaning of substance? Okay. Means substance is made up of very tiny particles, and substances are used to make various objects. See, substance is one, but the things made from it are many. That is, objects made from it are many. For example, I can give you here small pictures. Can you see here on the screen? Okay. So here utensils are there, kitchen utensils. Now here substance is used tea, but the objects are plate, katori, small dishes, spoon. So these are objects. All right. Please get the difference between substance and object. Another again example here, a chair is there, table is there. So your substance is wood, but the objects are chair and table. Substance remains the same, but objects are different. And here the plastic. See, plastic is a substance, the core. Plastic is a substance, and the objects made are plastic tools, the buckets, and the bowls and plates, and many more. Okay. So subject means the material and the object means the things made from that material. Now, depending upon the properties of the substance, object with desired shapes can be made. Yes. Now, what do you mean by properties of the substances? Properties, we can say the characteristics or the good things, means they have some properties. Now I'll explain you this. And one more thing I wanted to say, that many objects can be made from the same substances. So here, by studying the properties of substances, we can select substance suitable for our daily use. I'll give you example. So, at your home, when your mother makes chapati, she roasts chapati on griddle, that is tawa. Yes or no, students? Hello. When your mother roasts the chapati.
अरे चुप हो जा यार, तुम ही लोग बोला.
Hello, students. When you are giving answers, just unmute yourself. Otherwise, don't unmute yourself. Okay. Now, my question is, when your mother makes chapati, she roasts that chapati on a griddle, that is tawa. Then tell me of what substance tawa is made. What substance is used to make tawa? Tawa is made up of what? Tawa means griddle.
Miss, in my home, that tawa is made of iron.
Yes, iron. Very good. Now, what's your name, dear?
Miss Ritu. Parat
Okay.
sanga.
Okay, Ritu. Now, Ritu,
Yes.
if suppose instead of iron tawa, your mother roast chapati on plastic tawa. Consider, imagine there is plastic tawa and your mother is roasting a chapati on plastic tawa. Will she able to roast it?
No, Miss.
Why?
No.
Why,
Because
dear?
plastic will melt.
No, ma'am.
Fire.
What will happen to tawa?
No, that the plastic tawa will melt on the fire.
Yes, the plastic will melt. Very good. That is our point. That is the property of substance. The property of plastic is bad conductor of heat and iron is good conductor of heat. Now, shortly I'll explain you. Good conductor of heat means the substance, from that substance heat can pass. The substance allowed to pass the heat, that is iron. If we heat the iron gets hot and we can roast our chapati. But the property of plastic is bad conductor of heat. Plastic doesn't passes the heat from itself. So if mother roast chapati on plastic tawa, it will get melt. Okay. So that is by depending upon the properties of the substance, objects are made. Now see, this is property of substance. Now plastic and wooden chair. We can here use plastic also as a substance to make the object chair, and also we can use wood as a substance to make the object chair. Now here properties of wood is wood has strength. Okay. Then we can give desired shape to the wood. Also for the plastic, we can give the desired shape for the plastic. But here one thing is that plastic chair can be lifted up easily as compared to wooden chair. But I wanted to say that according to the properties of substances, we make them as a object. Now see here some examples are given. Now cotton. Here the substance is cotton. Image you can see the image of cotton. And here what objects we can make. Substance is only one, but objects are many. So by considering the properties of cotton, we can make cloth, fiber, thread, a nice cotton sari, a handkerchief, a quilt, mattresses, a pillow, etc. Quilt is kind of blanket. Okay, so these are the objects. Because cotton is very soft and smooth, so we can make this soft objects with cotton. But iron, now iron is very rough and tough, isn't it? It has a lot of strength. Iron is very strong. So iron is used in steel bars that are used at construction site, a griddle, that is tawa. The Ritu had a iron tawa at her home. Then parts of automobile, that is car. Then electric poles, the tables, cupboards, etc. because the property of iron is strongness, strength. Okay. Now here a little bit we can have fun. Students, imagine that a pillow is made up of iron. What will happen? Or sari is made up of iron. Can it be? It will be very difficult for us, isn't it? And same way, we cannot make a griddle of cotton or car parts of automobile, that is car of cotton. So depending upon the properties of substances, we decides what objects to be made. Same here, aluminium is there. From aluminium, as it is a good conductor of heat, we can make kitchen utensils, electric cables, and etc. Also, we can transfer it into sheets properly, so these things are made. Then the glass. From glass, we can make window, glass bottle, magnifying glass, etc. Many more. Now here students identify the substances. Now here picture of objects are given which we find at our home. These are the very common objects. Now here tell me the name of any two objects and of what substance they are made. Now I will give you one example. Here pen are given. So your object is pen and substance is plastic. Like this, you give me one example. Chalo. You have to name that object and of what substance it is used. Please give me the answer.
Ma'am, ball.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is made up. It is made up by rubber.
Yes. So here, what's your name, dear?
Ma'am, Pushkar Bansode.
Pushkar.
हाँ.
Okay. Very good, Pushkar. Now, Pushkar, ball. Let me please tell me that ball is substance or object?
Object.
Very good. And rubber. Rubber is substance or object?
Substance.
Yes. See, don't get confused. Very good. The things which we can see here, they are the objects. And the material used is a substance. So here, in the case of ball, substance is rubber and object is ball. Very good, Pushkar. All right. Well done. Now, same way. Yes.
And bag is made up of leather, right?
Leather. Yes, but here I can see that this bag is made up of cloth. Okay. Leather bags are also available, I know, but here it's made up of cloth. Okay. So here cloth is substance and bag is object. Same way, if suppose here the leather bag was there, so leather is a substance and bag is the object. So just go ahead as you understand the concept of substance and objects. Okay. Now students, here some pictures are given of substances. All right. So classify the following substances according to their use. Now first tell me, what do you see? What pictures can you see here? Hello.
Ma'am, there is a bamboo tree.
Yes.
That is used for for making papers.
Yes. Very
and
good.
There are leafy vegetables for our good health.
Yes.
And fruits also for our good health.
Yes.
And there is window because the wind comes so fast and we feel so cold. Because of that, we have to there is a use of window and
Okay.
a wool uses is to make sweaters, clothes, and
Yes.
cotton is used for uh, making pillows.
Clothes. Yes. Clothes. Pillows. Yes.
And ma'am, what is that sand type?
Sand. Sand. Yes. It's a sand.
And ma'am, sand is used also for making glass.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
And ma'am, what is this? Uh,
Silk. Silk. Silk.
silk,
Hmm.
silk, silk,
Silk
uh,
clothes are made. Silk threads
yes,
are
yes,
made.
ma'am,
Okay.
silk.
Yes.
And
And
ma'am, bricks are used for building. Bricks are used for building.
yes, for buildings. Yes. Construction. Very good. Very good. Very
Thank you,
good,
ma'am.
dear. Now you are the brilliant child I have ever seen because you have told me the use of glass, the wind is blowing and breathing very nicely. But yeah, yes, very good. You have told me the different uses, but I have shown this picture that how they are used. Now we are classifying them. That is, now you said for construction side. So bamboo, sand and bricks. We will put up them together for construction. Then vegetables and fruits, we will put them together for our food. And this cloth and silk, we will make it together for clothes. So you see, for construction, we use different substances together. Understand? For construction, we use the different substances like sand, window glass, bamboo, bricks, and cement. Means different substances are used together. Now for food, we use different substances, that is leafy vegetable, fruit, water, sugar. Means different substances can also be used at a time for our things getting done. Now see, soap. Soap is used for cleaning purpose. For our purposes, different substances can be used at a time. For clothes, we can use wool, cotton, and silk. And now, see, same object by using various substances. We can also make same object by using various substances. Now, in previous slides, we have seen that substance was one, but the objects were many, isn't it? But here, objects are many. Sorry, object is one, that is same object, but the substances are different. Understood? So here table is given, but that table is an object, but that table we can make it from wood also, we can make it from plastic also, and we can make it from glass also. So depending upon the properties and depending upon our purpose, we can use this. Okay. Now, till this, I consider that you have understood the concept of substances and objects very well. Now, let's go ahead. Now, here in this picture, what do you see? Okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Now, students, here the substances are leather, jute, wool, cotton, water, soil, and metals. Okay. So, all right. These things we get from nature. So, these are natural substances. All right, children. Now, here substances, we can see that substances are divided in two parts. They are natural substances and man-made substances. Students, are you getting me? So what are the natural substances? The substances which are available in nature directly. That are natural substances. And man-made, I'll explain you later on what is man-made. But see the meaning, man-made, that is made by man. The substances which are made by man, that is man-made, and natural, naturally. So first bifurcation is substances are classified as natural and man-made. Now again, see here, this leather, jute, wool, cotton, water, soil, metal, all are natural substances. But if we go in depth little more ahead, you can see that leather, jute, wool and cotton we are getting from living things. And water, soil and metals we are getting from non-living things. Understood? Leather we are getting from animals like crocodile, turtle, snake. Jute we are getting from trees. Wool we are getting from sheep. Cotton we are getting from plants. So again, these things we are getting from living things. And here, water, soil and metal, these are non-living things. So substances classified as natural and man-made. Again, the natural substances are classified as living and non-living, that is biotic and abiotic. These are the scientific names. Biotic and abiotic. Biotic means the substances we are getting from living things, and abiotic, means without life, that is the substances we are getting from non-living things, that is abiotic, water, soil and metals. Okay, so see here, what is the difference between these two group of natural substances? That is leather, jute, wool and water, soil and metal. Leather, jute and wool are natural substances that are obtained from living things. They are called biotic substances. Please remember this name. Then water, soil and metals are natural substances, but they are obtained from non-living things. So they are called as abiotic, that is without life. Okay. So here, just recall what we have learned. We have learned the classification of substance, that is substance is divided into natural and man-made. And again, this natural is divided into, that is biotic and abiotic. Okay. Now, let's go ahead. Now see here. Again, the biotic substance is divided in two parts. That is animal origin and plants origin. Now, as I have told you earlier, leather is made up of animal, example crocodile, and wool we get from sheep. So, crocodile is animal, sheep is animal. So these substances are of animal origin. And here on the right hand side, cotton and jute. Cotton we get from plant, jute also we get from plant. So this is plant origin. Understood, dear students? This I am going to ask you. So please pay attention. This is very, very important. Substances are divided in two parts, natural and man-made. Again, the natural substance is divided in two parts, biotic and abiotic. And again, the biotic substance is divided in two parts, that is animal origin and plant origin. See here, the classification of substances. Substances, natural substances, man-made substances. And the natural substances is divided further as biotic substance and abiotic substance. And again, the biotic substance is divided as animal origin and plant origin. Did you get it? The concept is clear? Okay. Now see here, we'll go ahead. Natural substances, biotic substances and abiotic substances. So biotic, as I have explained you, obtained from living things, can be of animal origin or plant origin, that is leather and wool, animal origin, wood and cotton, plant origin. And abiotic are not obtained from living things, that is water, soil and metals. Now see students here, man-made substances. Now we have gone further for man-made substances. Now students, these are the substances, and my question is, do we find these substances in nature? Hello? Do we get it naturally from nature? Please tell me. Hello? Plastic, do we get directly from nature? Same way, nylon, brass, cement, no.
No.
We doesn't get them naturally. So why the man-made substances? Why the substances are made by man? Human nature to strive for new things. We want newer things more and more. Then so we began to process natural substances and make new substance. These new substances can be used on a very large scale. Substances produced by processing naturally available substances are called man-made substances. For example, umbrellas, school bags, and book cover. Now, these substances are waterproof or water resistant, lightweight, and easy for transport. Now, see, plastic is man-made. Plastic is generally made with the help of acid and oil. And why we fail to make the invention of plastic? Because in older days, the things were made of iron or the things which we get from naturally wood, but they were rusting or they were having drawbacks. So scientists invented plastic. But now we are using plastic so much that again it is adversely affecting our environment. Okay. But here the thing I wanted to explain you that why we made the things for our convenience and for our purposes, we made the things that are man-made by using natural substances. Now see here, the earlies, very ago, people were not having raincoats made up of plastic, so they were using earlies. They were also using cotton umbrellas. Now we are using plastic umbrella, that is waterproof. Now here see two pictures are given, chilies and tomatoes. Here one thing I wanted to tell you that when the chilies are ripened, they change their color to red. And same way, the green tomatoes when ripe, they change their color to red. But again, the red chilies cannot be green chili, and again the red tomatoes cannot be back in green color. So this is known as irreversible change. Okay, see now reversible change means what? The change which can be reversed. For example, from ice we can make water, and again from water we can make ice. So this is reversible change. But here from green chilies to red chili, we cannot make back the green chili. So this is irreversible change. This example is to explain you that glass is made up of sand and calcium carbonate. But again, by breaking the glass or by making its powder, we cannot make the sand back. Okay. So when same way plastic is made up of oil and acid. But again, from plastic, we cannot make back the oil and acid. So these are the irreversible changes. And so it's harmful to us now, isn't it? Now see here the example is given that the glass can be made from sand and calcium carbonate. However, sand and calcium cannot be obtained again from glass. Then while making man-made substances, the properties of the constituent undergoes a change. This change occurs due to certain chemical reaction, and these changes in the properties are permanent. That is, the original constituent substance cannot be obtained again from the new substance. So these are irreversible change. Okay. Now let's sum up with this. Now see, complete the table below. Chalo, fatafat give the answer. This is our final part of the lesson. So substances in daily use. Substances are classified dash and man-made. So what will come over here, students?
Natural.
Very good. Very good.
Natural.
Very good. Again,
Natural.
the natural is abiotic, and what will come over here?
Biotic.
Very good. And then again, biotic as plant origin, and here it will come plant and leather is made up of crocodile. So crocodile is what? Plant or animal?
Animal origin.
Yes, so plant origin and animal origin. So animal origin leather.
Animal origin.
And plant origin, here you have to give one name, that is cotton or jute. Now here man-made. Name any man-made substance. Example you give.
Table. Table means.
See, table is object. Table is made up of what?
Tree. Food. Wood or plastic.
Yes. Now see here. Wood is natural, so it will not come in man-made, but plastic is man-made. Got it?
Yes, plastic.
Yes, yes. Very good.
Box.
Okay, now understood the lesson, how it was? Do you enjoy the lesson, students? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right, all right. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Yes, dear?
Teacher, you have nice explanation to me. I am learned nice.
Oh, I felt so happy for this. Now, when I will have my next lesson, then I will do more preparations for it. Okay. So the next part we will going to study afterwards. So till that time, bye-bye. It's time to say bye.